Hi everyone, and you're welcome to a 5-minute synopsis, basically in relation to the dog grooming market in Ireland. If we were to start by looking at the current trends in this sector, we would say that it is a market that is growing exponentially. Consumers are becoming far more educated and far more sophisticated in what they want for their dogs. Customers today are very conscious of their dog's health and their hygiene, and thus will come to a dog groomer with demands to have the best care possible applied to their pet. There's certainly a trend regarding the social media role in this particular market, and also in terms of technology, eliminating paper records. And of course, social media plays a huge role in the communication and feedback that dog groomers get in relation to their service. If we look at the advantages that the current trends are offering up, well, first of all, we'd say that it is clearly a growth sector, as we've mentioned earlier. Right across the city, provincial town and rural markets, dog groomers themselves are becoming more qualified in their ability to offer a service. And of course, these qualifications travel internationally. In terms of adding value to the basic service, the dog grooming business is becoming far more customer focused, and they tend to add value as demonstrated by the home grooming service and the mobile grooming service that are emerging in the market. But where there are advantages, there are also disadvantages in terms of the current trends. This is a particular sector that is vulnerable to the growth in the wider economy, and it is not a recession proof. Once disposable income drops across the macro economy, it is services like dog grooming services that will initially take a serious hit. Of course, social media allows ease of negative criticism and poor feedback if customers feel that they're not getting what they require. The trends and how they affect the growth of this vocational area. The customer service offering is becoming more sophisticated. As I've said, no longer is a basic dog grooming service required in the market. Customers are now looking for an added value option. They want clearer, detailed reports on their dog's health. In some cases, they'll demand that qualified groomers only attend to their pets. And we need to also be mindful that the smaller operators may come under pressure as larger chains enter this lucrative market. These trends can also affect career prospects in this area. Obviously, as a growing market, more qualified dog groomers will be required. Experienced groomers with other skills, such as customer relationship skills, should command higher salaries from their employers. As competition increases, well, then obviously prices come under pressure. And as employers have an insatiable demand for profitability, it may result in cost reductions to achieve that profitability. Thus, salaries of dog groomers could come under pressure. Okay, if we look at very briefly part 2 in relation to this presentation. The challenges that I personally might face as a result of these trends for my career development. Well, obviously, the whole area of IT and social media becoming far more sophisticated and far more acceptable is a challenge for me personally. In relation to this particular presentation, I had to ask a number of colleagues in my class to assist in getting this thing put together. The ability to meet the ever-evolving expectation of customers can be frustrating at times, but the customer sometimes is right. But we must establish and maintain a competitive advantage by providing a top-class premium customer service. And in relation to that, establishing a price point that is competitive, but it also must be profitably viable. Retaining customers in a growing competitive market will become more difficult. Retaining qualified, high-performing staff that has a range of skills will also become more competitive as they seek higher wages. Opportunities available to me as a result of these trends for my career development. Well, there's an opportunity to realise the vision of a new business startup and growing that particular enterprise. There's an opportunity to provide a best-in-class customer service for both the customer and the pet, and need to be recognised by the other stakeholders in the industry that is the case. There's an opportunity to cross-promote with other stakeholders, an opportunity to add serious customer value through mobile service, home grooming, and sophisticated reports that the customer may require on their particular dogs. To improve my employability, definitely one needs very strong communication skills, written, oral, telephone, text, and have a handle on social media. Customer service, agreeing the grooming procedure beforehand, having the ability to find resolutions to any issues the customer might have, being able to negotiate with them accordingly. One important part of this whole exercise is, of course, record keeping, but the most important part, of course, is the cash flow and cash management skills.